You are listening to the Park Flyer Podcast, where we discuss our RC adventures.
Welcome to the Park Flyer Podcast, where we discuss the ups and downs of the new RC Flyer. Join your hosts, Michael and Jay, as they take flight at the park. Now on with the show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Park Flyer Podcast. I'm Michael from Arizona. With me always are my good friends.
Mike from Texas. AK Mike from Texas.
Hey, Mike from Texas.
I forgot who I was.
And Shannon G in Mesa, AZ.
And once again, we've got Wyatt Wade on the podcast. Welcome.
Thank you.
We are at the 2025 Arizona Electric Festival. It is day 2. We just finished our pilot raffle and the noon demo. It has been a very busy morning for Shannon. He's a contest director.
Really?
It's been a busy morning.
Yes, it has.
It's been quite the. We've been trying to do this since this morning, and it's just we just now got a reprieve where we can have everybody in. So it worked out to our favors here. So, but first, take us through this year's. We already had one day. Yesterday was pretty good.
Yeah,
Friday
was wonderful. We had 40-some pilots the first day,
Yeah.
which is really good.
That's amazing.
And the weather's been absolutely wonderful,
Yeah.
which was obvious right now. We have just clouds in the sky, contrails,
Yeah.
and just a light breeze, and I'm really, really happy. I mean, it's just it comes together. It takes me a while to get everything moving,
Right.
sponsors, and just make sure everything's set up. But when it gets to the couple days here, it works pretty much like clockwork. I mean, you guys helped me a lot. Thank you so much.
No problem.
For being here.
Yeah.
Of course, James Lashman's my assistant CD. He just, whatever I need done, he helped with a lot of the sponsorship things and just getting stuff ready. Matt Ventura always helping me out. We had a lot of guys help us out with the flight line, security, parking, and everyone just chipped in this year. It was really nice to have more people. When I asked for help, hey guys, I love doing this, but I need help.
Right.
And everyone really chipped in. The variety of aircraft, the helicopters. We're actually heli times going right now.
Yeah. That's kind of why we're doing this.
We've often lacked having more than like one helicopter, usually just at the noon demo.
Right.
But we had a whole contingent of guys come out, and we give them their good 15-20 minutes of time, and they love it.
Right.
So that's really exciting. We've had good sponsorship from local and from our vendors, and I think the pilot raffle went pretty well.
Yep.
So
I think it went really well.
We got through everybody. Actually, we messed up the number one time. We got one prize left, but everyone got their prize that's here. So, and even one guy that wasn't here, he already left. We made sure he could get it. He went back to Albuquerque. But the Albuquerque guys that come here know each other, so that works out. And great crowd of spectators came out today.
Yes,
and yesterday. There's a few yesterday. So food was good. I think they almost sold out.
Oh, wow.
He sold out the Italian beef. He was getting down low on everything, so that was good. Katie and her coffee came out today, and love that. She's still here. And trying to think what else. Just very, very grateful for the weather, the people that show up for this, because without the people, it's nothing.
True.
We got Rich Hansen from AMA president.
Yeah.
He came out to give an award to one of our club members, Jerry Newberger, so that was exciting. We did that during the pilot meeting. And the noon show, at first it got off kind of to a slow start. Not saying in the sense of we flew Big Mike Cessna, which was just we always do as a tribute, but a lot of the guys just weren't walking out to get their stuff ready. And I'm like, come on guys, we gotta get going. Right. And finally it's like, okay, everyone was out there. Right. We did. We had four planes for World War I, was pretty cool. We had a huge World War II gaggle. You had the B-17, right?
Yeah.
That was awesome. Yeah. That was awesome.
You don't look at it on the ground.
It's a Picasso.
Yes.
It's really good from afar. But then the jet gaggle was good, and then we had the T-28. How many T-28s did we have up? 10?
Eight or 10.
8 or 10.
Yeah,
it was nice.
Yeah, it was a lot.
But the jet gaggle was great. We did kind of a Viper only, and a couple guys just jumped in, and we had I think we had 14 jets up there. It's crazy.
Yeah, it was great.
And no one crashed. No one crashed.
Surprisingly.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, we're all so in tune when we're flying like that, and somebody says, "Oh, why don't you just fly gaggles like that?" I'm like, it's very nerve-wracking.
Yeah,
when there's 14 planes in the air.
I had 3 lined up in one box. I was just
you're like
one gaggle, I put one back.
Yep.
go pull up the next
Yeah,
one.
next one.
Yeah, but I think it really the crowd seemed to like it, and
Yeah, it's
So-
always a highlight actually flying. The
Yeah.
gaggles are
Oh, yeah.
fun, because
They're
it's
very
just pretty
fun.
much everybody out there.
It's cool because it's a good way to connect with the other people that
Yeah,
fly the same thing as you and like
Mhm.
doing the
True.
exact same thing.
yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
it's a
Very,
lot
very
of fun.
true.
And then we had a good UMX one too. There were a lot of-
Yeah,
Yeah, there
the
was.
UMX
Yeah.
one was
I
fun.
never know how that's going to turn out, but I usually get they kind of come out of the woodwork, literally because they're so
Yeah.
small.
And surprisingly enough, we it's out of all the years that we've done those, we've had that one time where they had the midair crash and then they just picked them up and started flying
Yeah.
again like nothing ever happened. I was
I
just like, wow. And we haven't had it since, but everybody did a good job and
Yep.
it was kind of cool. Sponsors out here, we got a lot of good sponsors. Paul was here and
Yep, Paul from House of Balsa and Superstition Hobbies, the local hobby
Yeah,
shop.
yeah.
They always support us well. Steve from FR Sky, he provides great service. One of their guys comes out, and Jose, who was the pilot, and provided like amazing customer service for their
Right.
radios. They're helping out guys
Yeah.
set them up. I mean, it's really cool. I fly one too. I'm pretty much set up. I'm okay, but people are having trouble. It's great that they provide that. Hobby Wing is kind of cool. They're kind of new to.
yeah, I saw
them.
them walking around yesterday. I was going to grab them, but I didn't get a chance to chat with them.
Yeah, so they're all set up over here, and then of course, good old E-Power. They've been coming here for, I think, since the first one. They're
Wow,
up there
that's
with
great.
Paul as far as being, and they've missed one or two just because of illness and things like that.
yeah.
But they're always a rock when it comes to when they can make it out for these events. And my good friend Rick Disler,
Yeah, Rick's here.
he makes the ESR meters
Mhm.
that many of the hobby companies sell.
Right.
He's actually the guy that makes them. He bought the rights and all the production from the guy that originally made it, but he's kind of made some improvements.
Mhm.
And he does power supplies and all kinds of good stuff. So,
Right. Yeah.
and then I have my whole checklist here, but I didn't have my sponsor list. I don't know what, it must have blown away something. But yeah, just the sponsors were spectacular. I think my shirts came out pretty good.
Yeah, the
I'm-
shirts
they were
were
great.
awesome. Yeah, they were.
I
love
great.
the shirts.
I'm getting. I've only got a few left, and so that's a good thing because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't want to get stuck with them because that's out of my own pocket.
Well, even if you got stuck with a few, I think you'd be able to sell pretty quick. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just out.
I mean, they're-
I,
they're
I,
really
I
good.
always eventually go away somewhere. So.
Right. Yeah,
Great
that's
raffle prizes at the club meeting too. So
Yes,
I
that's
like
exactly
that.
true.
Yeah.
So,
I'm very tired.
yeah.
Sometimes I'm tired, and sometimes I'm not. Tonight it's just like I was just running around like crazy today, And I got to do two of the gaggles. I did
Yeah.
T28 and I did
Yeah.
Jet, but just running around getting all those going. And
That's true.
We've had no power issues. The generators we got, the new generators.
They worked really well.
Yeah.
They
Knock on
last a
wood.
long time.
Game
too,
changer.
Yeah,
It's
knock
a
on
game.
wood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
knock on
Where we
wood.
were last year, they were right next to our table, and we just had to like yell over them.
What'd you
They had
say?
their own. I don't know what you're saying, but I can see your lips moving.
Yeah.
That's funny. Well, we have to point out because I've had at least 5 people, even though you've had them for many years, I've had at least 5 people stop and mention Shannon's vans. And if you probably can't see them,
Oh.
but you can hold them up. He ordered special vans from the van factory that say AEF on them.
Yeah.
And,
So
and you wear them every year, and it's like, I don't know what the point was this year, but so many people noticed them this year.
I don't know. Yeah, I've had them. I think 5 years. now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're always
You-
like a staple, but
You don't
everybody
think it's
said
because he was doing that?
that. Well, he may have been
Yeah, I was-
whipping
I was-
his leg out.
I was doing the dance routine.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was.
Him and the Rockettes.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe it was because he was sleeping, had his legs out. or
Yeah, I
something.
don't know.
No,
it
there's-
really was. There's
I've had no
several people
time to sleep this one yet.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, he's been
I've
awake
not
all
sat
the
down
time.
and slept yet. I
The,
might after this.
yeah, no doubt. So, but anyway, the vans are very, very cool, and he special ordered them. But a lot of people have noticed them this year, which is
You got a real plane doing acrobatics above us?
Yeah.
we do.
Same one from
Same
earlier.
one from well, Mike, welcome back to the Park Flyer podcast.
Yeah.
It's been a while since you've been on.
It has been.
And you're down here with us on the 21st anniversary.
Yeah, this is exciting. Thanks for having me.
We got to excuse Jay. His mother-in-law passed last week, and has got to do some arrangements with
Kinda
that.
stinks.
So it did kind of stink. I know his mom passed last year, and we kind of gave him a pass. So best wishes to you, Jay. I know he's still in the background and still does a lot of editing for us, so he'll be back really quick.
He'll be back.
He will be back. The Arnold Schwartz in there.
We can't get rid of him. We've tried.
I know, right? So he's just kind of a staple. So
He says,
Well,
take
you-
a hit.
I know, right? So you got to participate in some gaggles too.
Yeah, I was in the UMX,
And I didn't do the jet one. I was going to do that, but I thought, you know what, my little jet, my little Tomcat F-14, it's not going to really stay up with those guys. So I decided not to participate in that one. But I was in the UMX. Gaggle, it's a lot of fun.
Flying the pits?
Yeah, flying the pits.
Yeah,
That's good. That's a
Pits
good plane
S1,
in there.
That's a little UMX.
It's a good plane to be in there. So.
I fit 2 planes into that one gaggle.
Did you?
Yeah.
I flew the Viper for the first half and then went up with the Sukhoi in the next one.
Oh, that's cool.
nice.
There was
That's
2
always
Flappy
exciting.
Birds too, I think, weren't
Yeah,
there?
that one
Yes.
was that's awesome.
The Angry Birds.
Angry Birds. Yeah, I think they're called Flappy Bird.
Flappy
The model
Birds?
the
Okay.
model is a Flappy Bird.
They are pretty cool. I took a photo of one a couple years ago. One of the guys had it, but yeah, the wings kind of
The would
move
flap,
there.
yeah.
Flap.
That's
very,
good.
Very, very cool.
Yeah, it's
I
fun.
think we had 2 of them here this year.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
The red and the
Mhm.
yellow.
Red and yellow one.
Yeah.
Those are it's kind of a fun. Every year I come out with something that I'm like, oh, I got to get that, and then I go home and realize I got no room.
Yeah, we're gonna put that.
Oh, that's pretty small though.
We have that problem.
Probably fit
They
that
are.
in.
They're small. I could probably fit
So-
that somewhere.
Your shoe
So
closet.
Wyatt, how many planes did you bring out?
25.
25 planes.
Stop at 20. Just stop at 20.
I know,
It was.
so
It
that's
could have
good.
been more.
Oh wow.
We left 5 overnight from yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough. You're gonna have to make 2 trips to get them back home.
2
Oh,
or
yeah,
3
we are.
trips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Well,
Oops.
before your time, Wyatt, there was times where we had a little bit larger event just because of it was just a different time, but we used to limit how many aircraft a person could have on the plane line.
Right.
So there would be people that would have 4 planes, and we'd be like, and that was before I was CD, but they'd be like 1, 2, 3. All right, you gotta get that plane out of here. I'm not kidding. It was that bad.
Wow.
Because it would be like up to here with airplanes. It was
Wow.
crazy. So
Well, I mean, Jeremy come down with a trailer full, probably.
on racks, and
Yes.
he'd roll the racks out, and it was like,
It's amazing.
whoa.
Yeah, it is
It
impressive.
truly. What's more amazing is how you can fly all those. Because I'll bring. There's been years where I brought at least 10 airplanes or more, and I haven't even been able to fly them. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't get to them all, but I mean, of course, I am running around doing some podcast stuff and interviews and that kind of thing. But it's crazy that you're able to do that. And Wyatt's pretty good. He and his dad are out there.
Oh,
freaking
yeah.
all the time.
Yep.
Man. They're on there charging batteries.
Yeah.
How many battery chargers you got?
We have 3 in
3?
right now. We have more
So
at
you're the
home.
one using up all
Yeah.
my gas. on
There
my
you go.
generators.
That's why
Yeah.
the generators are maxed out over there. Like,
It wasn't me.
it's Wyatt. No, it's probably me because I'm doing the same thing. I got 8 6L batteries charging at once, so it's crazy. But what's a good airplane that you've seen that you like so far, Mike?
That guy upscaled the Ultrix.
That is true.
That was impressive.
I
That
like
is, the very last flight in the noon show. The what is that? Who makes that? E-Flight. Who makes the Ultrix?
I
Yeah,
have
it's Park
I
Zone,
brought a
Park
little
Zone.
Ultrix with
Yeah.
me.
Did
you?
but yeah, it's E-Flight.
So
And
the
I-
Ultrix is about what, this big?
Oh,
maybe?
it's tiny. It's like
Yeah, it's
tiny.
as big
It
as
can
this
fit in your
board,
hand.
maybe,
Yeah,
yeah.
it can fit in your hand. It's pretty small.
I call it the spaceship in a pizza box.
There you go.
Yeah.
Spaceship in a
Well-
pizza box.
what I thought was interesting was, I was like, okay, it's this scaled thing. It's like it's gonna fly around. It's gonna be nice to see it. And all of a sudden, started doing the things that the little Ultrix can do really well.
Yeah.
It's spinning around like crazy,
Yep,
and
flat
that thing
spins.
was really cool
Yeah.
to watch him do that. So that's one of the ones that hit me pretty
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, that one was pretty
Yeah.
phenomenal. That's an amazing airplane. He did both a flat spin in place, and
Yeah, he
then
did
he
the-
went vertical,
yes,
and
and
then
he-
the vertical
yeah,
spin.
yeah.
They call it a pinwheel.
Yeah.
Well, he was able to do a pinwheel too. Both of those are pretty cool, and the landing gear is all on the wings in the back.
Yeah.
They're like little.
Yeah, well, it has
wheels.
a.
Well, he has
And
one
that one long one in
pinpoint.
the
Yeah,
front.
that's right. The wheelbarrow wheel.
Yeah, the wheelbarrow
Yep.
wheel. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the front nose gear comes out, but then all the rest of the back of the airplane
on the
sits
tail,
down
on the
Yeah,
tail.
it's
kinda
really
cool.
ingenious.
It
It
is
is
really
ingenious,
Yeah,
yeah.
he did a great job putting that thing together.
Yeah, and it's
The,
made
oth-
out
the
of
other one I
styrofoam
liked
as
was
well.
Barrett's Concorde.
The
Yeah.
Concorde was really
Yes,
good.
it's
That's,
amazing.
That is amazing. Scratch built. I
The
think
nose comes down, everything.
yeah,
Like,
Shannon did all the electronics on that one, I
Yes,
think.
yeah, I do all the electronics on his aircraft, and I'm proud of the Arado. We
Yeah, the
flew
Arado.
that up at St. George, and he brought it out here, and that's a cool plane. I think that one. I mean, the Concorde, everyone knows the Concorde, but the Arado, like so few people really, unless you were into World War II, know like that was such an important part of, alongside even like the Messerschmitt ME-262
Right.
of jet development. I mean, it looks like what we fly today. I mean, that's
Yeah.
where
Right.
that's where it started, and it's
Right,
like
right.
cool that he models it, from scratch, especially
Yep.
of something that there's only one left in the world in a
Yeah,
museum,
exactly.
and there's nothing else. So
I think the last one I liked was the Aero Scout jet.
Yeah, that was cool.
Oh,
So Ralph made a plane. He took
Yeah.
a A10 nacelles,
Mhm.
and I think there were 40s. I can't remember
They're
for sure.
they're
Six-
80s.
They're
Those are
80s.
64s, I think.
Were they
64s.
64s?
If it's from the
Okay.
E-Flight one,
Yeah,
it's a
and so he
64.
basically just mounted that right on the back of the Aero
Right.
Scout, and I think he's going to call it the Aero Jet
Aerojet?
instead of the Aero Scout.
There you go.
But that thing hauls. I mean, it really hauls
It
the
was
mail.
moving out, yeah. And it is kind of unique. It was kind of weird because I thought he had the A10, the back of the A10 sitting on top of that. I thought he was working on
No,
the
just
A10 side.
yeah.
And then when I walked by, I kind of did a double take. I was like, wait, that's mounted on
Yeah.
there. And it was pretty funny.
Yeah, it's
Well,
good.
When I first saw the picture of it, I was like, well, does it fly without the wing? Because they
Right.
didn't have the wing on it. No, I got to put the wing. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
that'd be
yeah.
cool if it flew without the wing.
Right.
It would be
Body,
cool,
but-
yeah.
Yeah,
It kinda
just the
is.
elevator.
Just make
Elevator
it-
and power.
Yeah, make a big circle in here.
Yeah.
It constantly rotates to the left. That's awesome.
And then one last one was the ETKs.
Those
Yeah,
were
those-
cool.
yeah.
That we mentioned that on the earlier podcast. So you said they were going to be here, and
Yeah.
and unbelievable. Yesterday, Sean from Redbeard
Right.
RC, he was been on our podcast before. He had a gun,
Speed gun.
speed
Mhm.
gun.
Yep.
So he clocked one at
14.
114, and then
Yeah.
when we also did the EF1 demo,
Mhm.
he clocked those at 106. So these little ones are
They're
faster.
faster.
Yep.
Wow, that's crazy. Well, Gary went out and flew his, and you could literally see when he was at half throttle to full throttle, you could watch it accelerate.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it just
Oh yeah, it just was crazy. I was like, holy cow! Normally you can't see that. I mean, even the helicopters and stuff that do real speed runs, you can see them, but they build speed over time. This thing just went from sitting there to just like a rocket.
Yep.
So that's very, very cool. There is a couple of plans online. Gary was telling me or not Gary, but
Bob Ruffalo.
Bob Ruff was telling me that there's a guy that's got 3 different versions of B tail,
Yep.
T tail, and a conventional tail. So yeah, we'll have to get some
And
information.
there's a mid-wing and a high-wing version.
mid-wing and a high wing
Yep.
version. These were all straight tail or conventional
Yeah,
tails
conventional.
with just a regular
Mid-wing, yeah.
But to be able to 3D print those things and then come fly them, it's just truly amazing.
but it's
Which I
totally
thought was-
3D printed tires and
Yeah.
everything.
Tires and everything.
What I thought was cool too is that it was ABS instead of just
Yeah.
your lightweight
That's true,
PLA.
too.
So-
He said that he didn't like the way the lightweight PLA was working.
It's also good for the heat too out here.
Yeah,
because when it
he
gets
did say
hot,
that,
the
yeah,
PLA
that-
would
our
melt.
planes
Yeah,
just-
Yep,
Yeah.
you
Just
start to
kinda
whoop.
putting in us.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool though
It'd
to
become
see it, kind of look like a
A droop
droopy.
wing, yeah, we'll call it a
fly
droop wing.
like a droopy. It'd be like hey, is that thing constantly like a porpoise?
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. So, we got what else do we have out here? The noon demo is pretty good. We had one of the best World War II gaggles.
Yeah.
I
we've
think
had in a
so. We
while.
had so many variety of aircraft.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, they
very-
had the World War One gaggle too. Had the triplane in it.
Yep.
Right,
Yep,
that was
that's
we
cool.
cool.
And we played Snoopy and the Red Baron.
Yeah, that was
and,
cool.
That was cool.
But the World War II one we were mentioning that it had the most variety. Normally you see
Yeah.
a bunch of P-51s.
Yep.
Or you see a bunch of
Whatever.
whatever.
So
Corsairs.
we had Barrett had his G-Gaunt, which
Yep.
is a one-off.
That's a
Another
one-off.
custom built, German transport plane from World War II that few people know about, but
Right.
is grandfather of all our modern transport aircraft. Really,
Sure.
your B-17 we mentioned already. Mustangs, Bearcats,
Had a Bearcat.
Thunderbolts,
Couple of-
P-38s. We had two. We had a
38s.
couple P-38s, P-25.
Mhm.
Someone threw a T-28, which is fine. It's close enough.
Yep.
Designed off
Still.
of that era, and Tiger Cat, F7F Tiger
We had
Cat.
this
So
Tiger Cat too.
there was quite a menagerie.
It was, and everybody did a great job. They all kind of flew around, and nobody got it really,
Yeah, we had no mid airs,
Nope.
no even crashes on the ground. I mean, everyone
Right.
landed. I don't think
Right.
my plane ran off when I did the jet gaggle. Mine ran off the end because I was just trying to get down on the ground and
Right.
get runnings out of the way, and I just let it go off to the side. But yeah, we got the gaggle thing down. I think
Yeah.
Seems to work.
They're fun.
Everybody communicates really well, so
Yeah.
that's good news.
Yeah.
And holy smokes, the weather has gotten amazing too. I mean, I'm sweating it. Right, we're doing the
Yeah, it's a little
podcast,
warm, but it's a nice warm.
Mhm.
We're not. And there goes Barrett with his Arado.
There
which
you
is awesome.
go, which is nice. The Arado just finally got up.
Yep.
Must be done with their heli time.
Yeah,
so.
we're yeah. Should be all right.
I was actually I took some B-roll of the helicopters over there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I should have done it yesterday because the guys actually switched. Yesterday they had all military helicopters,
They're
Right.
all civilian
and
today.
today they're all civilians.
Yep.
But the work on those things is pretty phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you get up close to that thing, you're just like,
Yeah, there was like a Magnum
so-
PI
Oh,
version,
yeah,
the pellet
yeah.
helicopter, and
yeah, there's a pilot in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the scale
the whole
detail
thing.
inside, it's awesome.
It is
Yeah.
awesome.
well, there's one that's actually a real NOTAR, just like
Oh, no
there was an
kidding.
MD Explorer that they flew yesterday. So that was
Oh yeah, yeah.
was
yeah.
that the one with
Yeah.
the fan in the
yeah,
back?
the fan
yeah,
of the
that's
tail.
neat.
Yeah, and I mean, they're real helicopters. Not many people fly them anymore, but they're still out there. But it's just cool that there's an RC one. I didn't know they even were making one like that. So that was
God,
awesome.
that's crazy.
You guys got Airwolf over there.
Airwolf over there.
And but the thing is, they were supposed to fly during the noon show and they didn't. I don't know what happened.
I don't know either.
It's okay, but as long as they're out here having a good time, because I wanted to give them more heli time. I'm like, come out, be out in the noon show, and maybe they just got a little.
Yeah, they were out
intimidated.
there working on one or two of them.
Yeah,
They had
but-
the sheriff's department one was all apart. So
Yep.
I think they did. Yesterday they had a couple of Hueys, Cobras.
Oh yeah, just it was out there.
Yeah, it was. I liked it that they
The Cobras, they had two of them. That was kind of cool
yeah,
watching
it's
them flying
kinda cool
together.
Watching flying, and the Huey right behind them.
Yeah, we did two Hueys. We were playing Ride of the Valkyries when they were flying.
Oh
those.
yeah. They played Force of the Sun too. I think.
Yeah, that too. Yeah,
Like,
from Forrest Gump.
yeah, it worked out really well. It was amazing to see all that kind of going.
Yep.
We're back in a free fly though, and it's been a great year for 2025. We still have a lot of daylight left. We flew last night, but there's a night flight tonight.
Yeah, we got the night fly. I know we will at least be me, and
Yeah,
a couple other guys.
I'll be
that
there.
Have, all right,
Yeah.
you got one, yeah. So
It'll be
yeah, my
nice to lose.
plane, my Cessna 170 from Flex, it all lights up. I haven't flown the thing in probably a year, and it's flying a little wonky, but I think it's enough to.
Yeah, it's got lights on it.
Yeah, it's got lights on it. I can see it. It'll be fine.
Yeah, we
I just
tested
gotta-
ours last night. We had the fat walrus. It did pretty well.
Cuckoo Cuckoo,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
the walrus out.
They were all impressed. I didn't want to walk too far, so I landed it at my feet.
Yeah.
I even turned it in. They're like, "Whoa!" I was like, "Yeah, I'm an old guy. I don't want to walk very far."
I want to get that the newer Flex, the Twin Otter it's all lit up.
Yeah,
Oh,
someone
wow.
has that. I think.
Yeah.
They got the 20. Is that one
Yeah.
flying at night too?
Yeah,
think
hope so.
Yeah.
Is
It,
that one
I-
right there?
That
might be
a flat
it.
spin right now.
Yeah, the one that's flying upside down.
Yeah,
That
that's
like a
flat
real-
spin, yeah.
Like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
real
yeah.
Twin Otter does. Not.
Yeah.
Not doesn't do that.
Flying scale today.
What do you
It
mean
is
they
flying
don't?
scale. I know. They only do it once.
A lot of things only do it once.
Yeah. They saw RC airplanes seem to do it way more than one time. That was very cool. So, Wyatt, what about you? What's your favorite part about the Electric Festival?
I think it's as much as I love the flying part. I think it's hanging out and getting to know different people because
Yeah.
a lot of people that are trying to get into the hobby, like I said in the last time I was here, a lot of people trying to get into the hobby. This is an easy way to see what you can get into
Right.
and what's in store for you if you keep going with it. So we have a fairly big audience, biggest I've seen in a
Right.
while.
Right.
Yeah, it's still here.
But yeah,
Yeah.
they're all watching, they're enjoying it. So
That's very cool. And we got Matt with us. We're going to do an episode with him later, but you got him into the hobby. That's
Yep.
pretty cool. There's a couple more kids out here, too, that I've seen.
yeah,
that,
couple that were asking about getting started too.
yeah, were they? Yep. There
Yep.
was. I met one guy. His talk about a strong name. You name your kid Bronson.
yeah.
I was like, wow.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
that's like, man, in my day, that was like, Charles Bronson. kind of
Yep.
thing. But he was interested in it, and he just got his first airplane, I think, and was excited. We gave him a T-shirt. He was super excited to.
Nice.
I mentioned Wyatt. I was like, yeah, go talk to Wyatt, and I think you guys got to introduce each
Yeah.
other. So, but him and his dad were out here, and they're pretty excited. They're just got an airplane and they're starting to fly. So I told them to come out and join the club.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Scott Todd actually brought him out,
He did.
and
Mhm.
we've done where we have people fly, doing buddy boxes during the event, and I'm like, but we usually just do that only. Not when everyone else
Right,
is
yeah,
flying, so it's
right.
okay. But I totally, I love Scott's enthusiasm for this hobby. I mean, he's been in
Sure.
this hobby for so long,
Right.
and his house is an airplane museum. If you've ever
Right.
been there, it's
Yeah.
amazing. And but him and bringing on, and he brought all the helicopter guys out. Like that's kind of like
Yeah,
him and
his
those
thing.
guys. And I was like,
Yeah.
that's awesome. I was so happy for that. So I'm glad we're all chipping in to get these new people into the hobby because it's really important.
It is really important. It keeps our hobby going, and that's part of what we do it. The love of our podcast. We kind of try to get there. And Wyatt has been a
I'm in it for the money
good.
and the chicks, but
yeah. That's what same thing Tony said last episode.
I don't think you get too much of either of those.
Well, unless you're spending the money and dumping the
I'm
chicks.
playing the
That's-
long
yeah.
game.
That's-
Oh, I've got to
so wait, I'm broke and I got divorced. I'm right where I need to be. Right?
Like a
That's
repellent.
Repellent, yeah. You want a good chick repellent? Get in the RC world. That's not true. Actually, yesterday, one of the guys over at Superstition Hobbies, we met again. I met him out at our field, and his wife was flying, and she flew the large Consendo. I think we talked about that
Oh,
on the
yeah.
podcast where I talked him into putting a for sale. And anyway, he remembered me and stopped me, and we had a little chat. And then the other thing is Doug came up and chatted with us.
Right.
Doug was funny. He's one of our originals from way back in the day.
Yeah.
We had him here at the Electric Festival one year, and we interviewed him because he's the one that makes those microplanes.
Right.
And it was kind of funny because he showed up. He goes, "You may not remember me, but I'm, one of your subscribers, one of the first ones." I said, "Yeah, I think he doubled our subscription when he joined." But he had a vintage T-shirt on, which was hilarious. He's like, "Yeah, I'm supporting you guys." He had the first T-shirt we ever made, and he was wearing it. So I was nice. I gave him a new one for the new logos and stuff on it. But it was pretty funny. The one thing he mentioned was the new RC Flyer.
Yeah.
So it used to be when we first started, we were the ups and downs of the new RC Flyer, and after a while we were like, we're not new anymore. So we dropped the new part, and on his shirt it says new, and on the new one it doesn't.
Right.
So I told him, I was like, well, here you've been updated. You've had your new version is out.
Yep.
I might have that one at home
the blue
too.
one. It's a blue one.
Yeah,
Blue and
I think
orange.
so.
Yeah,
I got
so
a couple of
that's
them.
very cool. But we have had a wonderful Friday, and Saturday is still going on. We still have a little bit of time tomorrow. I think the news media came out and did a little thing for us yesterday.
Yeah, they came out and did it, but I watched the 3 to 4 o'clock news off and on. I stayed up after the Suns game and watched the 10 o'clock news, and they didn't play anything. And then I even got up this morning. I had it on when we got here on my TV, and I'm not upset because there's so many things going on in the valley here. We have the Waste Management Phoenix Open, which we usually avoid scheduling it, but we couldn't avoid it this year. There's a marathon, which people couldn't even get here because of that.
Right.
There's a science expo. There's the Renaissance Festival. There's a couple quinceañeras.
Well, we met
Ralph's birthday somewhere. I
Right,
don't know
exactly.
at Chuck E. Cheese, but
not to get off topic, but yesterday we had a visitor come by to visit Mike, and his wife is running in that.
In the marathon.
oh, okay, yeah.
It's not a marathon. It's a
It's
60K or
100K
100K run.
100K
Oh
run.
wow. Well, they call it the Mesa Marathon.
Yeah,
Right.
because you're running you're running up and down the mountains, but it's
Wow.
literally a 20-hour, 60
Wow.
mile, 63
62
miles,
mile,
62 miles.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, "Wait, do you do that in 2 days?" He goes, "No, it's a constant run.
Wow.
She can't finish in 20 hours. She's
She's
disqualified.
disqualified."
Oh my gosh.
I was like, "Holy cow!" I go, "You running in the dark?" He goes, "Yeah, we got a big light she straps to her belly,
Wow.
and it lights
Well,
up." So anyway,
did you see what happened earlier today here?
Yeah.
Oh
Mike-
yeah,
Oh,
it's in
yeah.
there.
There
The
was
two-
two
there was
people
more
come
earlier,
running
too.
across the runway. It's
Yeah.
like, how could you not see this and think that was a good idea?
They came through they had to
They
open
came through the gate.
Yeah.
Yeah, they looked
Wonder
like
if-
they had numbers on or something. Maybe.
I
I wonder if they were
maybe-
hiking or
Maybe,
something.
maybe
I
they
don't
got
know.
maybe part of that run they got lost.
Maybe.
Maybe.
so.
I didn't see the numbers, but if you did, then maybe they
Well,
were.
she had something in her hand. I thought it was a number. but
Oh, I
yeah,
thought it
they
was a
just running
T-shirt,
across.
maybe.
But yeah, everybody was flying around. They just kind of come running. They were out running, and I think they were, "Hey, we'll go through here and see what these guys are doing."
I just heard about it after the fact. I saw Clark was talking to him. He's nice about it. He's like, hey, that wasn't the brightest thing you should do, but, be careful.
Yeah,
And they're like, oh, thank you. We shouldn't have done that, huh? I'm like,
yeah, they didn't know. They just were
Yeah.
running across, and luckily there wasn't a whole lot of people flying. At
That's
the
true.
time,
At least
so-
they weren't streaking. Then we
Right.
No, yeah.
It'd be different.
We wouldn't have been able to put that on the podcast.
No. Or would we?
Or, it
Viewership
could
would go
have.
up.
That would have been the after hours version
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
without Wyatt. So.
Yep.
Anyways, there. Well, we are going to get back onto the flight line. We appreciate everyone joining us here for the 2025. Stay tuned for our next episodes with Wyatt and Matt. And we're looking forward to a few more events this year and a couple more things. Make sure you like, subscribe, check out our YouTube page.
Yeah.
And, Mike, thanks for joining us again this
Sure.
year.
Yeah.
It's always great to have you here at the
Thanks.
Electric Festival.
And if you liked what you see about this event, we're doing it again next year. So if
true.
you're interested in coming out, it's a great weekend. We'll let you know. It's the first or second week in February. I haven't figured out the exact date yet, but the more the merrier. So
Always willing to
Can I
have
say
you.
one thing real quick?
Yeah,
Are we low
sure.
on time?
No, you're good.
All right. I just wanted to thank you for the event because it takes a lot to coordinate something like this, and I really think this is, in my opinion, the best event of the year.
Oh,
thank you.
nice.
for
I
the
really
for the club.
appreciate
I just
that.
wanted to thank you for going through with it because I know it's a lot to coordinate
Cool.
this.
Thanks,
and-
buddy.
yeah.
I appreciate that.
Look
That
at
means
that.
a lot to
See,
me.
Wyatt. I mean,
That means a
got
lot.
good kudos to his dad. He's raised us such a good.
Oh
kid.
yeah.
Yeah.
Your dad's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Yep.
I'll pay you later.
Yeah,
No, I'm just
yeah,
kidding. No, well, actually, that's true, Wyatt, and it's good to have you guys out here, and you're such a big influence on the younger generation too for bringing in guys. So we're all excited about that, and yeah, if we can help you in any way or get somebody, it's always good to have somebody come out and they can meet us or be on the podcast.
We need more Colt members.
Yeah, that's right. We do. Well, from the Arizona Electric Festival 2025, I'm Michael from Arizona.
I'm K Mike from
He
Texas.
still can't remember who you are.
No, I
Shannon
remember.
G and Mesa AZ.
And Wyatt from Arizona.
There you go.
I tried to fix it. I couldn't.
He's trying to find something.
I'll get used to it.
We'll get it there.
Well, let's go fly.
Let's go fly. All right, let's fly.
You have been listening to the Park Flyer Podcast. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to your next visit. Please give our show a star rating and review, and feel free to email us your questions, topics, or suggestions to parkflyerpodcast@gmail.com.